Hello everyone, the Anthony S. You're not alone. I want to talk to you about the body of a speech. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about like the makeup of each paragraph for each section, and then we're going to talk about transitions. So first part, I like to follow the really traditional three-piece body. So in your introduction portion, you create a idea around three supporting points. And this is super simple. It's actually taught in most school. You make a statement and then you say because of these three things. And then you can go into a very easy process of making or elaborating more on those 3 points. You don't have to do this, but I will suggest this for your first maybe even 10 public speeches. You can definitely start to get around that as you get better and you can start understanding your own flow. But to make things simple, we're going to stick with a 3-part. So that way, when you go into more depth, you know that you're gonna you're gonna know a very good outline of what you're gonna talk about. The audience will know because they can see it. Like, okay, you made this point, and it's got these 3 supporting sections. He's probably gonna break those up into 3 points in their own little paragraphs of communication. And then a simple way, or the 3 good transition ways that I'd say to utilize for this simple speech. 1, actually we're going to do 4. I want to do 4. 1, you just say first, second, third. First step, second step, third step, you just say, and these are we're going to go, this is the way we need to do things. First, you need to do this. Second, you need to do this. Third, do this. Very simple, very easy. There is no wrong way to give a speech, so don't think it's too simple. The next one's transition between similar ideas or points. So if you have multiple points that come to the same conclusion, the sky is blue. Similarly, most people do see it blue, or something like that. That's not the best example, but that's a way to use it. Or you do a transition between contrasting ideas. So the sky is blue. However, there are some people that see it as purple. That's it's a different way to look at it right there. So if you have a speech that everything is to say this is one solid point, or if you want to break it up into 2 points for your argument and one against, it's a this, similarly that, however this, and then you can bring it back around to say, but this is what I believe, all that good stuff. And that's where my last comes in, transition to elaborate upon an idea. So, if you're going to do the transition between similarities or contrasting ideas, at the end of it, you always want to make your point again. And that part of that's going over what you said in each single section or paragraph or topical portion. Maybe, this is why. Likewise, here's proof. However, some people say this. In other words, there is positive reflections on this idea, but there are some people that say it's not the greatest thing. I tend to disagree with the latter. I do believe this will help us in the long run. There's a really simple way to say it. I'm kind of doing this off the cuff to make the point. It's pretty simple to make an outline for this out of your head. You really don't need to go too far into it. You can make this literally 4 sentences on a postcard, just your main points, and then just talk a little bit about each, and you'd have a speech. It really wouldn't be that difficult. But like I said, go over the 4 again. Transition between similar ideas. Transition between contrasting ideas. Transition to numbered ideas or points. And finally, transition to elaborate upon an idea. Those are the good transitions I'd say to use when making a body. And once again, for a body, I'd say stick with simple. Have your 3 points from your main idea of your introduction sentence, break it down to 3 sections, and make those points in that order. This is the Anthony S. Hope you're doing well. If you're having problems, reach out. We will look it over, and we will organize it in a way that flows for you, but also in a way that the audience will know where you're going with your speech. I'll talk to you all soon.